So to show you how to list, we're going to really copy this item over here. And let's just assume that this is the eBay seller. This is the product that we've done research on. We've ended up buying this wholesale and the item has been delivered and now we are ready to sell it. It's sold 244 times and the seller is just for you 04. And as a matter of fact, they've got different variations of this product and you can see. So in this specific listing, we're going to start looking at the image. So we're going to need to create a first unique image. Why image goes first is because whenever you search for something on eBay, let's just say stone heart necklace. See, obviously eBay relates to your product by searching for the title, by matching the title and other keywords, but really the first thing that gets someone to stop and click on your product is the image. This is the image. Image is what gets people to stop and read what your title is about and then see the offer. Image paints 1,000 words. So what we want to do is see what other stone heart necklaces are on sale, and we want to see how we can make our listing stand out more than everybody else's. When you create a unique image, you're not going to be using the same template for every single product that you list, because you need to base it on your competition. So I want to know, how am I going to make my listing stand out when someone's looking for a stone heart necklace? The software that we're going to be using is called Canva. Canva is absolutely fantastic. As you can see, I use it for my YouTube thumbnails as well, but it got so many features on there that really does help you level up your listing images, and this is why I use it. I'll leave a link to it in the description of this video. If you then do go, it is free, but if you do take out the premium version, you will get a 30-day free trial by using the link in the description of this video. So I'm going to go ahead and click on create design. We're going to click on custom design and we're going to do 1000 by 1000. Right now, the first thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and add some images. So on the left hand side where it says upload, click upload, and you want to take some pictures of your product. Okay, now I'm going to go by adding these 3 images over here, but I've done this pretty quickly. I want you to take your time more. I want you to do better than what I'm doing. I'm going to do this just for the purpose of tutorial, but you want to do it for the purpose of making sales. And whenever you do take images, ideally you want to have a look at how people are taking images on eBay, how people are taking images on Etsy and other listing platforms to see what's really working well. So my point is I want to create a higher perceived value. Why? Because this is a product that we were actually selling. So we got 150 necklaces plus jewelry bags for £397. So if you do the math, that means you pay £2.65 per set. So let's just assume that we're going to launch this product and we get a free jewelry bag. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is, this is my competition and they're selling it just the amethyst one, just the lapis lazuli and just the rose quartz. So I'm going to select one listing. I'm going to create one listing with all these variations. And what you want to do over here is, first of all, click on the image, click on edit image, and then you can remove the background with this button here, BG remover. And whenever you take an image, you want to make sure the product is well lit. And then if it's well lit, then Canva is able to recognize the background a lot more easier and it's able to separate it. Okay, so now I've removed the background and then you can just make it a little bit larger like so if you wish to do so. And now I've got this listing over here. Or alternatively, if you prefer not to remove the background, then guess what? You can certainly leave the background on there. If you've got a nice little background that you've created of your own, then by all means you can certainly go ahead and do that. I've taken this on a camera phone and I've not used any specialist photography equipment or anything like that. All I've done is shine a light onto the product and I've taken a picture with my phone, and you can do exactly the same. Now if you feel that the color isn't standing out that much and as much as you should do, then you can go ahead, click on the image, click on adjust, and then you can change it a little bit. And don't change it so much where the product doesn't look like the original. So we're just gonna change it up a little bit just so that the colors pop out a little bit more like so, and now the product looks a lot better. So I've removed the background and I've just changed the color a little bit so it stands out a little bit more. But I want to show you why it's good to remove the background sometimes. So say for example, see this picture here, I go ahead, click on image, and then I edit image, and then I remove the background. Now say for example, I've got 5 variations of a product, okay, and then I've got the purple, the green, and everything else, right? So what removing the background allows you to do is it allows you to stack it, right? So for example, let's just say I had 5 images, one with the purple, one with the green, one with the blue and yellow. So for argument's sake, let's just say I've got the green one, I've got the purple one, and what this allows me to do is it allows me to stack them on top of each other because it was able to remove the background. So I can put the green one, the purple one, the red one, and you can really mess around with your images that way. For example, this specific listing here, I want to try and create a variation that makes it stand out more than the eBay seller. So what we can then do is maybe we can add a border on there. So if I go ahead and click on elements and I'll type in border, right, Canva will show you a different the different layers of border, and the one border that I like using is this one over here. Now I don't want you guys to copy me exactly as I do, but you can go ahead and certainly mess around with it. So I'm going to copy this border, then I'm going to paste it in, I'm going to rotate it, put it in the bottom corner there, and then rotate it and so on, and then I've now got a border on all 4 corners. Now this makes my listing stand out a little bit more than the competitors. Now what I can do is click on this, right click on it, bring to front. Now this will bring it as the top layer. So it's immediately standing out a little bit more. However, I want to add a little bit of depth into this. So I'm going to go ahead and right click and copy it, or you can press Ctrl+C. Then I'm going to paste it in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on edit image, and I'm going to blur this a little bit. So you can add some blur if you go ahead and click on adjust, and then just blur it a little bit. And then now I'm going to go ahead and paste the second layer on top. And now you can see that it's just added a bit of depth to that image. It just makes it look that little bit better. It's already starting to look better as a product. Now we can go ahead and add some things in there. So go to elements on the left hand side, we can type in top seller, we can add in bestseller, we can add all these other stuff in. So bestseller, why don't we go ahead and add that in there, bestseller, so people are going to see, oh okay, this is a best-selling product. Now we could go ahead and put the Union Jack in there. Why do you want to put the Union Jack in there? So you can highlight that, guess what, this is a UK product. So we're going to go ahead, put the Union Jack in there, add some text, go ahead, add text. We're going to type in UK stock, highlight all of that, change it to capital, find a font that you like. So we're going to go ahead with this one. You could change the text color a little bit. So maybe let's just say I want something like yellow. Click on effects. Might add some shadow on there, put black shadow so it stands out a little bit more. Transparency, there you go. Now you can see that the product immediately is already standing out more than the competition. So we've not only got this one color, look, compare this front image to that, and obviously depending on the type of customer, the type of product it is, sometimes not removing the background is good. All they've done here is they've got some kind of wooden table, they've put some pebbles on the back. You could certainly go ahead and do something like that as well. By all means, you could do it. As a matter of fact, let me show you something. Let's just say you took an image like that. We're going to go ahead, copy this image. So let's just say we wanted to use an image like this eBay seller. You don't want to copy the eBay seller, you want to use your own unique images. So we can go ahead and put this in the background, right? Copy this, right click it, send to back. We go on, let's just go and blur this image over here. So let's just say we'll blur it a little bit, okay? And then we'll paste our image, edit image, remove the background, and you will see that we've now created something that just looks a little bit more unique, right? Let's move it back, send backwards, and look at that. That just doesn't look exactly the same, but it's slightly different. Now, I would recommend that you use your own image, but for this example, I've gone and used another eBay seller's image, but I want you to go out there and create your own. And you can add extra layers on there. So say, for example, you wanted to add the lapis lazuli, you can then paste a layer of lapis lazuli behind it, rose quartz, and so on. So you could certainly go and really use this software. It's called Canva. Again, I'll leave a link to it in the description of this video. And you want your images to stand out more than your competition. If you're finding that you've got a product where a lot of your competition uses these type of borders, so let me give you an example. If we go to an Android box, right, you will find that a lot of these sellers, they use these borders, they use all this text and everything. In that case, you might want to make your listing look a little bit different from everybody else's. But I also do want you to do something before you list the product. Save it into your drafts and then look at the product from your phone. Whenever you start adding these type of text or something like that, you want to read it from your phone and see that everything is clearly visible. Okay, you want to make sure it's clearly visible. Why? Because if you can't read it from a phone, a lot of shopping that is done on eBay is done from your phone. So if you can't actually see what you're doing on your phone, then there's no point you putting in all that work. So you want to make sure that the text is readable from your phone. So I've gone back to the original image that I edited, and you can see that I've actually added this on their free gift pouch. Maybe we'll change the color a little bit so it stands out a little bit more. Let's go for yellow. So we've added free gift pouch, and then you can see a picture of the gift pouch over here, and you can see the variations. So now I've created a higher perceived value. Why? Because on my image, I can now see that we've got multiple variations. You get a free gift pouch and you could see the Union Jack on there. So when people see the Union Jack, they'll automatically really realize it's UK stock. You don't need to write UK stock. You can put fast dispatch, you can put all this other stuff on there, bestseller, but then you're really going to be adding too much stuff on there. But you want to keep it nice, subtle, and you just want to make sure that it gets the relevant image across. So what we'll then do is we'll go ahead and click on share. We'll go ahead and download it as a JPEG file, and then it's ready to put on our listing. So what we could do is go back to the original eBay seller, click on sell it yourself, and then you're going to go ahead and, you know, add this front image in. Click on add photos, and then this will now be the front image of our product. So the next video, we'll look at the importance of the title. And before you do that, I do want to inform you that eBay allows you to add up to 12 images. So make sure you go ahead and you use all 12 images, because it really does help you with your listings. Before people buy a product, they want to see exactly what they're getting. And by using up all your allowance, this is the best way to make sure that you are providing the best experience to your customers.